Prix. Here comes Glenn Ayton Bogart in the Piranha, of course, Granada Piranha. Sounds like a song, that. Or a dance, I should rather say. Well, he's going to dance that Granada Piranha out around here quite nicely, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, he's having lots of fun, he's Glenn, that's for sure. I spoke to him earlier, and he was in that frame of mind. I'm out to go and have some fun today, and that's all it's about. And there comes that man down from the south coast, Mr. Rudolf de Vos, in the beautiful little Chevy Can-Am. I've probably got about 325s on the back. You know, there's enough rubber there to wipe out about 300 exam papers. So
don't mention exam papers, please.
I know. But Rudy de Vos, what a great character. I mean, he is really one of the legends of South African motorsport. Good to have him out there. That's the tribute to Basil van Rooyen.
There's the Saybat Skyline that, of course, was driven by Henny van der Linde and, of course, Dick Sorensen.
Dick Sorensen, yeah. Yes. That's, you can see the stamp on the side of the car, Australian flag or New Zealand flag, because Dick Sorensen went down to New Zealand. Kerry Blows, the owner of that car. So he owns it. He's in the little Nissan
240Z, yeah.
240Z.
Here comes the SS, beautiful orange, and you can see that shone up silver as well of the bumper there.
Ollie Broom coming here through the ranks. I think Oliver's lost. Ollie's lost. I'll just pull in here. What the heck?
But what a field. There was, of course, Lane Hutchings down the field as well. It is a 8-valve VW Mark II Golf ahead there of Dion Conradi's the Toyota Conquest, the GTX Nissan of Theo Klaassen, a handful of Nissans in this race as well, as the Meisner Escort Engine Hero Escort of Louis Powell, the man, the genesis of the Ford and Friends series.
Indeed, yes. He's the stalwart and the brainchild behind Ford and Friends, and he drives it well. And trust me, he puts a lot of work in. I don't think people know what happens in the background with Louis, but he picks up the phone and he says to the guy, "I'm having a Ford and Friends." They're like, "Don't worry, we're there." You know, it's sorted. So
from all over, doesn't matter where you're from, not only here in South Africa but outside of South Africa as well, everybody comes to a Ford and Friends event.
On Neverland, Glenn Edinburgh, Oliver Broom, Michael Hitchcock. Everybody's out there. That's anybody. Franco Donadio out there as well. Malcolm Edinburgh is out there. Paige Lindenberg there in the big Ford Fairlane. Cliffy Bacon. Jan Willem de la Porte's out there. Now Kerry Blows right at the back because he had a bit of an issue in the first race. So he'll start from the back end. But trust me, Kerry, I spoke to him down on the fan walk. He says, "Isn't that fun?" I said, "Of course it's fun." He said, "A bit of promise. Watch me, I'm coming back. I'm going to have more fun." And that's what you want. You just want to have fun out there. You know, you sort of compete to get the guy ahead of you, and then the next guy, and then the next guy, and so you work your way through the field. So, yeah, it's going to be plenty of action out there, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers at home. We sincerely hope you're going to be enjoying this race.
Well, Alva Julia Super of Neil Maton in there as well. He's in the same vicinity at the moment as Kerry Blows. That's where you find those Datsuns, of course, of Jan Willem, Andre de la Porte. And, yeah, they all come through that interceptor section now as well. That is Andrew Honeywell in the Golf Porsche. Remember, 944 turbo front engine Porsche, as they go around behind the safety car driven by none other than Phil the Dolphin Herald, who's loving that Master Drive Mustang today.
Yeah, when we came off the fan walk in the back of the bus, both Byron and I were sitting at the back end of the bus through the window, and Phil was driving behind us giving a good old-fashioned police chase.
Out of scared there.
Yeah, no, a late 70s cop movie trying to pull us over. I was thought he was going to pull out a 6-shooter 4.5 Magnum and give us a bit of a roll, but hey, he left us be. That's the nice thing.
He's both Starsky and Hutch in that car, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, more Starsky and Crutch. Never mind. Down into Pertamina Fastron corner goes Phil Herald in the Master Drive Mustang. That is the pace car, and they all start bunching up. A whole... Oh, I was going to say, we can't call it a school of cars. What do we call herder cars? What is the plural form of cars?
cars.
Car,
There we
car,
go.
one car, lots of cars, yeah.
One car.
Right, full pulls off, and Rudolph de Vos there alongside him, Arnold Neverling. They come up towards the Cape Town Bridge. They're going to come up over the secondary start line. They're going to watch the lights. The lights are on. The lights are off, and away they go down towards Holes. Rudolph de Vos steps on the Laude pedal. Ollie Broom is there with the Chev SS, the third place. Malcolm Bogard gets onto the Hammers there. Sorry, Glenn. That's Glenn there in the Granada. Up behind him, Michael Hitchcock. They work their way now up towards Quarry Corner. Listen to Rudy plant that Can-Am. Arnold Neverling in the 777 Mustang sits there right up behind him. And someone running a little bit wide. There's a Temple. Temple runs a bit wide. He's going to have to bring that coupe back. And Jean-Andre Boert is in there with the Skyline. He works his way through. Honeywell's up behind him. They make their way down towards Interceptor Corner, up the Tigerberg Straight, up towards Sorrel Sweep.
I'm glad to say everybody is through turn 1s and turn 2. They're going through turn 3 right now. Of course, Interceptor Corner down into the double apex right-hander at Super Sardo van der Merwe sweep. Down is the Vos from Neerfeling. Look at the gap already they have over Donadio. Donadio is ahead there of that Broom SS who's being pressured by Aiton Bogart as they run down into Cape Town Corner, or of course Pertamina Fastron, and then they gun it to the line to complete the first of 8 racing laps.
Right, coming up under the bridge now, Rudy de Vos brings the Can-Am through. Arnie Neverling sitting right up there behind him. Franco Donadio in the escort comes through. Aiton Bogart up behind Ollie Broom, and Michael Hitchcock joins the party. Hitchcock in there with a Mustang with a cross Cape forklift sponsored. What a tongue twister. Thank you, Michael.
Ford versus GM, where we've seen that before. Let me tell you one thing, they're going to go hammer and tongs in it now, as look at there, Michael Hitchcock on the inside of Glenn Bogart in turn 2 at the moment. Louis Powell right behind, as of course that Granada Piranha of Bogart goes wide and almost touches the back end there of Louis Powell as they go through the kink, Francois.
Louis Powell with a beautiful maneuver coming out of Quarry there up on the inside of Aiton Bogart. He's now chasing up behind Michael Hitchcock. That Meisner escort is now ticking like a good old time clock watch, and Aiton Bogart wants to come back at Powell, but Powell have none of it now as they come out of Sorrel Sweep. They make their way down the back straight, and it's Ollie Broom, Michael Hitchcock, and here comes Aiton Bogart up here past the Meisner escort. He says, I've had enough of this. Louis, don't do that to me again.
Yeah, they go down the back straight now, and there's a battle back there from Broom, but Michael Hitchcock, he's a tenacious man, I can tell you that much, and he will not relent as now the leaders come. It's the Vos that crosses the line, and now between them it was 9/10 of a second. We'll see now the gap between is 1.5 now. Donadio still hanging in there in third position. The fastest lap there for Rudolph de Vos, a 1:20.414 with that 1.5 second gap over here as well. We have 36 cars in all entered in this particular race, and wow, that's quite a bumper field if you ask me, with 6 laps left to go.
Arnie Neverling grabs a big handful of brakes as he goes into Quarry. The smoke pours off the back tyres. He's trying his best to reel in Rudy de Vos, but Rudy has got some serious rubber on the back end of that car. Gets multiple traction as he works his way now out of Interceptor Corner up the Tigerberg Straight. Arnold Neverling's up there behind him. Then it's going to be Michael Hitchcock. Michael Hitchcock working in there. It looks like an escort has gone off on turn number 2. A little bit of smoke coming out of the tyres, possibly locked up the back. But your leaders now making their way down towards Pertamina Fostron Corner. Turn number 5, Cape Town Corner. Call it what you like. It's going to be Rudolph de Vos. Arnold Neverling's about a second behind him. He's hard on his heels. He's pressing. He's not going to give up any time soon. A relentless pursuit there. Franco Donadio is there as well. Then it's going to be Michael Hitchcock. Hitchcock's pressing hard. Then it's Glenn Bogart, Ollie Broom, Louis Powell, Andrew Honeywell, and Jean-Andre Boertes all making their way into turn number 5.
Yeah, Honeywell keeping it ahead there of that Skyline of Boertes. Yeah, they come around now towards the line once again. There are 5 laps left to go. Michael Hitchcock comes across the line ahead of Fadi Matona just changed now, of course, but Aiton Bogart in 5th, Broom in 6th, Powell in the 151 escort, 1.3 seconds back. Honeywell and Boertes together over here. It's now Van Rensburg that's coasting around the circuit, and I don't think that's bodywork anymore.
How well is Trevor Tuck doing in that Alpha? Hey, Trevor's doing a sterling job. I mean, he's sitting up in 10th position. Trevor Tuck is having an absolute ball in that little Alpha. I think that is an Alpha Julia, the old Julia that he's driving. And giving an absolute 10-10. He's doing fantastically well. Up behind him is Malcolm Bogart in that big Ford Fairlane. Then Lane Hutchings and Null as well. So, yeah, having plenty of fun out there at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's the Escort is pulling to the side of the Rene van Rensburg. Yeah, it's pulling to the side. There was smoke coming from that car. We initially thought it was bodywork. I think it's much more serious than that.
Probably a little bit of differential smoke, if you ask me, possibly. But Rudy de Vos crosses the line. He makes his way towards turn number 2, and Arnold Neveling in that 67 Mustang absolutely flies down into holes. Third place, Franco Donadio. And then it's Michael Hitchcock. Up behind Michael Hitchcock there is Aiton Bogart, Ollie Broom, Louis Powell, Andrew Honeywell, Chandra Burtis, and Trevor Tuck in that little Alpha Julia. Trevor Tuck is really the surprise here.
Yeah, lock up there into turn 2 for Arnold Neveling in the Mustang. And in pursuit of him is Franco Donadio, who's putting a fastest second sector time as well in this race. So he's going pretty quickly, is Donadio here. But if you look down the field, Glenn Aiton Bogart, that's the Class B leader at the moment. Andrew Honeywell will find himself in second in class ahead of Burtis. There's only 0.5 of a second between them in 8th and 9th positions. Remember, that's Class B. Trevor Tuck, he's third in class, as a matter of fact, over here as he comes up, because he's now up in 10th position, as you've been mentioning, Francois. But Aiton Bogart, of course, in the Ford Fairlane, is currently leading Class C ahead of the 74 Hutchings, which I think is Lane. Yes, Lane. Oh, and Vance Kearney has just spun it.
What a place that Vance Kearney comes out. He landing on T-bone out of turn 1 there. Very, very fortunate. It looks like Vance has had enough. He's pulling off the circuit, so that little camel insigniaed VW Jetta is out of the way now as your leader, Rudy de Vos, comes out of turn number 1. And looks like Michael Hitchcock could be up there. No, it's still Arnold Neveling. It's Neveling, sorry, in the Mustang, the 777 Mustang. Arnold Neveling works his way now into Quarry Corner. Arnold Neveling there behind Rudolph de Vos, trying to ring it in. Franco Donadio in the Escort. Now, I don't know if people are watching Franco here. We got him on screen. He's absolutely drifting that car through the corners. You know, the skill coming out there. I mean, multiple SA Hot Rod champion is Franco Donadio. Stock cars, all the rest. Just showing his skills. The man's in his 60s already, and he brings that kind of skill out. It's absolutely brilliant. There's just no substitute for experience whatsoever.
Yeah, he's just getting past some lapped cars here as well. Pete Mathieu in that 928 Porsche, one of them down there as well. And they were also coming towards that Honda CRX of James Mathieu. All the way from Stellenbosch, drives that car here, races, drives back home later on. And of course, he is the son of Pete Mathieu in the Porsche.
Lovely stuff out there. Right, so we have got 2 laps to go. Rudolph de Vos now down into holes. He's been followed there by Arnold Neveling. There's a red flag.
Red flag.
Oh, we're missing something big here. We're not sure where it is. I've seen absolutely nothing happen.
Turn 4. I think somebody might have gone off in turn 4. So turn 4. Oh, there we go. There is the SS is into the wall.
It's Ollie Broom. Ollie Broom's gone into the wall right in front of the Bombers. So they got a bird's eye view of that one.
And that beautiful motor car is going to look pretty second-hand right now, I'm afraid to say.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Oh, and Rudolph de Vos just lights up the tires as he comes around the corner. Can you take these people anywhere? No. Actually, twice. You take them once to introduce them and take them back a second time to apologize.
You can't take Kalani people anywhere.
No,
Whether you race, spectate, marshal, anything around here.
We know.
You know, but let me tell you one thing. Yeah, that car is stuck at that position over there. We had that with that Vance Kearney one, Francis. That was a close call because James Mathieu came right past and missed him.
And James wasn't exactly idling either. No. So Vance getting out of the way just in time. But unfortunately, Ollie Broom brings us to a close. And I think that is the race, basically. That's
I'm sure it will be.
75%, yeah, with only 2 laps to go. So I think they'll probably call that race. Although all the cars coming up towards the line, I think they'll send them back towards pit lane.
And they'll take it from the previous lap as well. There's a better view here. There we go into the tyres. The Chevy SS, and yeah, that's Ollie Broom. That's in the tyre wall over there. A little bit of reorganising.
That car looks a little bit bent up the left-hand side.
Yeah, race done. Right, so Tiny has confirmed with us that race has been completed. No more racing will be done in the classic cars class after this. The result has been taken, and that means Rudolf de Vos is the winner in Class X. Arnold Neerfeling coming through in 2nd position. Donadio in 3rd position.
Well, some great spectacle out there between Rudy de Vos and Arnold Neerfeling. Franco Donadio, Michael Hitchcock, Glenn Ayton Bogart. Ollie Broom, well, he had an accident, so I don't know, he'll be ranked 6. He might be classed as a DNF. Louis Powell, Andrew Honeywell, Jean-Andre Boudis, Trevor Tuck. Man, what a drive in that little Alpha Julia. And then Malcolm Ayton Bogart, Lane Hutchings, Nels out there, Dion Conradi, Carrie Blows, Ferdy Maton, Lane Hutchings, Martin Bench, Hammond Cock, Paige Lindenberg, Barnard's out there, Dave Rowley, and then Brian Evans and Cliffy Bacon, I think, didn't finish. So Neil Maton, Neander Toy, Wenzel Hortman, and Jacques Maton.